Hello, welcome to the Environmental Learning Center. My name is Deb, and thank you for joining me today. Did you know there are many species of plants that live here at the ELC? A lot of wildlife rely on plants for their homes. Today when I arrived, I saw a song sparrow fly into some plants to hide. What have you seen that is interesting in nature recently? Wetlands are nurseries for our wildlife neighbors. A wetland is a place with special plants and animals that live there because there's a lot of water. Today we are going to explore the home of the soft-stem bulrush, a plant that helps make the wetland home for wildlife. Come on, let's go exploring.
Have you noticed soft-stem bulrush before? We're going on a bulrush home tour. Soft-stem bulrush is a type of emergent vegetation, which means its roots are in the soil under the water and its stems are above the water. Where are the leaves? This plant grows with a tall stalk and the leaves are small. See how the stem and leaves are green? What does green on a plant mean? It means it has chlorophyll and photosynthesizes. Do you think this plant picks up its roots and walks to the grocery store when it gets hungry? No, of course not. Green plants make their food in the form of sugar from the sun, carbon dioxide from the air, and water from the soil. Take a deep breath with me. What did you just breathe in? Oxygen. What did you breathe out? Carbon dioxide. That's the opposite of a plant. They breathe out what we breathe in, so plants help us have good air to breathe. The flowers of a bulrush don't look like a rose or lily flower. They are very different. Flowers are at the very top of the plant and they make a lot of pollen, so watch out if you have allergies like I do. The reason they make so much pollen is that instead of a bee or beetle pollinating the flowers, the wind does. When the wind blows, it takes pollen from one plant to another, just like a bee moving pollen from one flower to another. Once flowers are pollinated, they turn into seeds. What does soft-stem bulrush do in the wetland? Its home is the wetland. Since it likes to have wet feet, you'll only see it in wetlands. The soil, sun, and sky are its kitchen as it makes food from the sun through photosynthesis and absorbs nutrients from the soil through its roots. Since plants don't move around like animals do, the soft-stem bulrush is always in both its living room, kitchen, and bedroom, kind of like living in a studio apartment. Wildlife like fish, muskrats, raccoons, and otters use soft-stem bulrush for places to hide. The bulrush is food in some wildlife's kitchens. Mallards and shorebirds will eat its seeds. Muskrats and geese eat stems and parts of the plant growing underground. Bulrush can be found in some birds' nurseries when they use its stems for nests, and its dense clumps provide a safe hidden place to nest for mallards, marsh wrens, and blackbirds. Emergent vegetation, plants that grow out of the water, are important for animals that live in the water. Young fish and insects in the water use emergent vegetation as places to hide and find food. Where have you seen soft-stem bulrush before? Soft-stem bulrush grows across North America in wetland areas. Look for this plant in wetlands and along streams at lower elevations. In Oregon, it's an obligate wetland plant, which means it likes to have its feet or its roots wet. Its cousin, the hardstem bulrush, also grows in these areas. How can you tell them apart? The stem of a hardstem bulrush is hard, and the stem of a soft-stem bulrush is soft. Soft-stem bulrush is often planted in wetlands that have been restored, such as here at the ELC. In summer, look at the stems along the water for the empty nymph exoskeletons of dragonflies, like we talk about in another episode. To wrap it all up,
the soft-stem bulrush is home in the wetlands. It also makes the wetland a home for wildlife, from tiny insects in the water to frogs, fish, mallards, blackbirds, otters, and more. When you visit the ELC or another wetland pond, take some time to notice the plants growing there. Without wetland plants, a wetland is just water on the ground, and wildlife have nowhere to live. If you notice anything interesting with our wetland plants, let us know. Thank you for joining me today and have a fun time exploring nature.